Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. It's like let's go, let's go.
Yes, good morning.
I'm Tiila for everyone. If you're new with us today, I'm Tiila Kid, and we're glad that you are here with us for
Yes, I'm
sure.
Jessica Richardson.
Yep. So I guess we'll go ahead and get started because, like I said, we have quite a bit to cover today. Just there's just a lot happening in the NFT space. A lot that's coming up, should I say? Let's be real clear. A lot that's coming up, but there are still definitely a lot of drops that have been going on. Some things we have not bought, some things we have bought. But let's just get started again. Let me just share my screen with you guys. Okay, if you have not gotten in line, as you can see for NBA Top Shop, I'm already 38,956 or 959 in line. So that means I'll probably be here for some time. And Jessica's gonna be like, "Why?"
No, I'm actually in line this time, but that card count I don't like, but I get it. Everybody
Yeah,
wants some.
that card count keep going up. We like, okay, all right, well,
And I
maybe
think you
maybe
get 10 packs per person now.
yeah, like 10 packs. So they get $100 a pop. That's how I do math pretty quick. So, but I mean, it's good. It's good. I understand what they're doing as far as trying to get more people. Somebody said they 21,000. Also, you're gonna beat me in line. Hopefully, the line move by the time class end. That we can check to see if I'm back in line. Matter of fact, we're just gonna pull it off to another side screen over here.
Yeah.
Because it more than likely will not be happening before that. So, but again, NBA Top Shot. If you have not joined the line, there's probably still time for you to get in line. But that's just want to share that part with you. Okay. On to the Sandbox. Let's go, Sandbox people.
It's finally launching alpha.
Yeah. Finally doing the alpha launch. I think that's going to be pretty interesting. I'm just hoping everything launches good. If it
Yeah.
launches good, look out, Sandbox. For those of you who own Sandbox, I know we posted someone that posted yesterday, even in the chat in our Facebook, that they sold one of their pieces of Sandbox land. I'm not telling anybody not to sell because the money that it's that you're looking at making now, literally buying these for $100 or less, or sometimes people even bought them for. I think he said he had paid what $333, and to sell it and make like over $10,000. That's a
Man.
good trade.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And definitely for those that are the landowners, make sure if you aren't in the Discord, you go to the Discord and verify so that you have access to you'll be able to get the alpha pass here, which is like 1,000 sand. They're gonna do a lottery for landowners, and so you'll have a chance to actually get one raffle to those. But if you're not verified in the Discord, you won't have that opportunity. So if you are a landowner, make sure you do go into the Sandbox and join that Discord for the landowner owner portal. And make sure it's in the Sandbox Discord that you're going
Yeah.
to. Make sure you're doing the official links directly and know how to connect your wallet because they are going to ask for the collab land for you to do that. But it's definitely an opportunity. If you don't have the pass, you will not be able to do the access for I believe it's the 29th to the mid December. And so it's going to be a good opportunity also if you have land to see how some of the stuff that's been built out, people are playing it, how people are responding to it. So you can also get some ideas yourself. But it's great to see that it's finally about to launch. And as we can tell, the prices are going really high because of that.
Let's go, Sandbox. That's all I can say is let's go, let's go. But I think even like I said, the interesting thing that I'm finding, just because like I think all of us kind of have an idea of what we think everything's going to be, but to actually be able to see it is going to be as far as how can you now capitalize on making some of the money that's going to be available. And so being able to, if you are a part of the alpha part, going in there and participating in things so that you can now be creative on your own land and start capitalize on that. But I know when you're talking about even on the Discord, they have some good stuff in the Discord going, whether you're a landowner or trying to collaborate with some of the people who are developing some of the games. So, I don't think, I think people take it lightly as far as the developers, but they're needed. Trust me, I know. I got land. You try to like, who gonna develop the best game? But your mind's always trying to spin as far as how can you really capitalize on not only having the land, but how can you get the residual money or the passive income from it? As far as whether it's a game on your particular land that you own in the metaverse, or simply renting out your land. So a lot is going on, in Sandbox. I'm mind blown.
Yeah.
But we knew when we knew things were going to happen.
Yeah, that's
and,
right.
and it's just starting to happen.
Mm-hmm. They've been working on it. The technology finally is letting them launch everything. They got enough people. The partners are all there. So it's really exciting for them and exciting for us. And the people that also own land or assets. So trying to see that money start pouring in and see that money be made by monetizing that property.
Yep. So good stuff. So again, so make sure you've come over here to the Sandbox and gone to the alpha part and connected your wallet, and make sure you can. It'll give you your registration. There's how many tickets and so forth that you'll get. So make sure you definitely have done that part on Sandbox. So go to the actual Sandbox site. Wanted to show you some numbers. It's not like we can be like we're making up numbers to show you that hey, these things are actually really selling now. No, these are like literally numbers that are coming in on the Sandbox right now. 2 minutes ago, one piece of land, $19,491. That's crazy, but it's great. It's great.
Really good. For those that listen and buy, or those that still have, it is a beautiful. November is really, really good, and it should continue to go up. But if not, and you did take your profit and you sold for really good profit between the land being popped between $300 to $1,500 from this previous sales for the last year. At least you were able to get $200 plots, still $300 plots even a year ago. But as you see, time goes by. For those that did invest early or knew the vision of the land or what the company was trying to do, you can see you're definitely getting rewarded now.
Yep. And I know there was some things on here. I was going to try to show earlier. I was going to try to show you guys. I will tell you one thing that I have noticed as far as with the Sandbox. This one up here for the 19,000. For 19,000. That's one of the highest one that I've seen done in ETH. One thing I am finding as far as if you are trying to sell, and I know we shared this information last week when we were doing our masterclass too with some of them. If you're going to be selling some of your Sandbox land, it was better to sell it taking the Sand token, because Sand token has just been so much higher of getting more money for the same piece of land. So hypothetically here again, this one sold an hour ago. It was 3,000 sand, 3,049 sand. It's $16,000. This one right here, an hour ago, $19,000 more. But again, Sand token, when you're taking Sand token, there is much more. The prices seem to be either at least $1,000 to $2,000 higher than if you take regular Ethereum. And I know a lot of people know how to convert Sand token to Ethereum. So it's like take more money, convert it to more ETH instead of just taking ETH if you're going to sell your land. Okay, so that is a tip that we actually shared last week in our training too. So just be on the lookout of that, when you are coming on here with the Sandbox land. So I get if people have to sell because there's a lot of money especially from where the prices of where some of you guys got in, and for especially for where we got in at on this. Okay, I want to share that with you about Sandbox. All right. Okay. I know we put out a couple things as far as just to give you guys an idea. We've had private people before with us. This is not a sale. We don't have nothing to sell you. But we've had private people with us probably back from we were starting in January timeframe of this year. We pretty much give like a daily report. The daily reports that we give out is not a report to say, hey, this is everything we're getting into. The daily report that we've been giving out since January of this year is just really articles as far as, hey, these might be interesting. This is some good, interesting information just to give you a better understanding of NFTs. Okay, it's not one that we're saying, hey, go get into this particular project. No, it's for you to go get a better understanding what NFTs are and how NFTs are expanding. And sometimes there are some things in the articles that we put out as far as, hey, these are land sales that are up and coming, or these are NFT projects that are up and coming. But that's just they're out there to help you guys to do more research so that you can start capitalizing on the NFT space. So again, we're going to be giving this free report out for the rest of this month for anyone. I think there's a link in the chat for you guys. If you'd like to sign up for that, there ain't no strings attached. We don't have nothing to sell you. We're just letting you know if you would like to get that free report. And there were some people who joined our pre-registration last week, just as a thank you for registering. Here you go, another one of our reports. You can definitely take a look at that. Okay, so that is that. All right, Jessica, this is you.
Crypto startup MoonPay raises 555 million to hit a 3.4 billion valuation. Sorry. So yeah, MoonPay. If some of you are familiar, or if not, like if we've used them, Wax may use them, Flow may use them as well. I guess you can say it's kind of a PayPal for crypto in its own sense. If you're United States space, especially, you may have to verify your account for the MoonPay, and then you're able to use your debit or credit card and be able to purchase that crypto. And so you can just see some of the money that's coming into the crypto space or to the NFT space. To be able to pay for those services. So it is a lot more opportunity for those that are coming into it, especially for mainstream who don't know how to use those trusted MetaMask wallets. You can see that these platforms or these companies are now building into investing a lot of money into these companies that will be able to now help with those mainstream adoptions coming to the space and purchasing some of these items. Some people like it, some people don't, but it's also just showing you how much money is coming in with these. So that look at the $3 billion valuation, and yeah, it's going over some of the specific companies like the Board App Club. Or let's see here, does it say anything else specifically?
Because when the rap, because to me, I'm kind of like you. When we it's some people like it, some people don't like it, and I can see both sides of it. But the whole thing is if the NFT wants to continue to grow, and people who don't know how to buy crypto, if we need them to be involved to buy some of the projects that you're actually invested in, MoonPay is one of those ways as a potential solution. Whether you like it or not, it's still, as far as I think until crypto and NFTs grow out to like the masses of people, it'll stay at a certain number, but it could literally just explode like crazy if there's opportunities like this, for people to go in on with using MoonPay or whatever site they want to use. But I just thought it was really interesting. I was like 555 million. I don't think they're going nowhere. So it don't matter. It really, the conclusion I've come to is that it really don't matter what I think, because I don't think I put the 555 million in so I don't think they really kind of like care. But at the same time, they making some money, so they like, we don't care that you don't care because we're here to stay.
That's right.
So again, but very, very, very interesting. So pay attention to some of these things. It can really make things blow up for us, as far as in crypto and in NFT space. All right, and let's keep on moving. Here you go.
Oh yes, and so this weekend I got some of my books. A lot of you guys that know that the Gary V promotion that started back in August, for every 12 books that you do order, you were able to get an NFT. I did only so I say I'm ordered like 36. I know somebody over there that probably has about doubled and or did 96 books. So this is gonna look like little baby books.
You talking about me?
Like, I'm like, we're mother 36, but then another person might have 98 over there. Because once you found out, you have each 12 gets you an NFT from Gary V, and a lot of the even Gary V friends, I can't even say what the floor is on those other NFTs. It's not to say that has to be like they're going to go to that value, but as you can see, even with the V friends, they have special access to specific conferences that he's doing. So every year he's doing a conference for holding that NFT, they will have access to that conference. And so he's building utility and value behind his NFTs. And this is one of those things that he did do with releasing, like I said, sorry, you order 12 books. Per every 12 books you're going to receive one NFT. And it's too late to now do this, but this is just some of the things that like we like to keep eyes on. We pay attention to a lot of stuff that's happening. People that especially influencing in the crypto or NFT space as well, that have a lot of businesses and are definitely well funded or have a good amount of money behind them to be able to do stuff. He has the Candy. He's invested in lots of different platforms that are with NFTs right now, the MLB, and so definitely just looking at stuff like this and seeing your opportunity. If you don't know in the space, you may not. If you don't know much in the space, you may miss out on a lot of these opportunities. But since we're pretty good at following a lot of people, but knowing how to take advantage of these opportunities when they come is really important.
Because I think when we first looked at these, we were kind of like, well, man, we really don't need like all these books. But at the same time, we calculated, it was like, okay, I think it was about $300, $300. When we're like, okay, when we really looked at NFTs that we had to buy and pay gas, we're like, okay, this might be a good opportunity. So yeah, I bought some of these books. I bought quite a few of these books because I calculated what the cost of one of the NFT was and if there's potential. It's a great risk. Risk to reward. Hopefully it's a great reward for buying these. So again, I wanted to share that with you guys. So be on the lookout if you did order your books and you did all your Google stuff to make sure you confirm. Then you'll be getting that NFT coming up. All right, this one here, I literally this site here. I'm just going to show this little 45-second video. It's called Genie. I think it's very interesting on this particular site. It's fairly new. I have not used it, so I'm being very transparent. But when I looked at it, I was like, wow, this could be a game changer. Especially if you're someone and you're looking to either trying to go in and you're trying to either like sweep the floor, or you're trying to go in and you're trying to buy multiple NFTs or sell multiple things at a time. This site says that it's working on making sure that you'll be able to do that. So literally, you saw the person on here literally going on and clicking multiple Bored Apes as far as if that was what they were going to buy, and they instantly were able to buy that in one transaction. So I think if this works, like I think it's going to work, it's going to be very, very good if you know how to use the doggone thing.
Especially, eliminating that every transaction gas fee, especially the gas being so high on Ethereum. And so since the purchase hasn't went all the way through, we don't know if it's going to charge per, but it's saying that it is going to allow you to do it in one transaction, which should save that gas. But you never know if there is some other fee. So make sure when you are going through that transaction that you just apply that gas. But it is a game changer, like she's saying, to be able to do multiple in one or sweep a floor of a specific project that you're interested in or believe in. That saves tremendous amounts of money for you just with the Ethereum gas itself.
Yep. So be on the lookout on this particular site. So definitely, I will definitely tell you. Even when I was watching some of the stuff on it, just be as far as there's another way as far as if you wanted to swap and trade some of the NFTs you had, you can definitely also do that. But make sure you know your numbers. I'll tell you as far as when you're using any of the new sites, know your numbers of what your particular asset is worth before you try to do swapping or trading out anything for your particular NFT that you may have. But this could be very good if you figure out how to use this. I promise you. It can be very good.
Yeah. And like I said, figure out how to use it. Don't go sweeping the floor on a bad project that's not meant to be swept. Don't just do that because it's an opportunity to do it.
Yeah, you over here sweeping the floor and be like, whoa, you shouldn't have swept the floor on that.
Yeah. That's right.
Take the bottom. Yeah, no, don't do that. But again, check out this one. Do your own research on this particular project, because I will be looking at this one even deeper because I like what I see so far. Okay. All righty, on to the Chicken Derby. They will be launching tomorrow. So I know quite a few of you should have some chickens. Check your chicken prices. Check to see if you need to buy some more chickens. But beta will definitely be launching tomorrow for this particular project. I still like it. I mean, to me, I think it looks like it's fun. And so we watched. I think me and Master were watching one of the videos yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, the one chickens were just like taking off really fast." And all of a sudden, I was like, "Well, Maggie, I think they're gonna get tired at the end." And so, just not knowing exactly what your chicken gonna be able to do is gonna be. I think it's gonna be fun. It's actually one of the ones I think it's so simple that I think I could possibly play. Yes. I ain't gotta remember. Like I gotta have two remote control buttons at the same time.
Yeah, and then make sure also, beta will be the ones that do have access to that. So if you have signed up for beta, you will definitely get access to that. And I believe that may have been in August that you did have to apply for that. So if you do have access to beta, like she said, it is finally launching. You'll be able to get to try it out. I know they got some special chickens over there, some Sarama chickens and some other chickens that you can race with. So you'll finally get to see how the game has been planned out.
I think it was one of the Sarama chickens that was flying. I was like, uh-oh, Maggie, I think the Sarama chicken might get tired at the end here. So, but like I said, each chicken has different rarities and stuff. So it's going to be interesting to see of how they operate. I mean, like I said, just because the music and the sound on it makes it really like a pretty good, interesting game. You could get hooked on it. So if you check some of the pricing, if as far as some of the chickens, they're what, 180 something. I think is what the price was earlier. About 191. Okay, that's I don't know if OpenSea was down a little earlier. I'm not sure if they're still down, but that was on make an offer. Let me see here. So let's just see if I don't even know what the floor of Serrano chickens are. Let's see if we can find that real quick on Heritage. I think it's under the Heritage tab. Serrano chickens. Those are currently at 0.35. Okay, not to tell you that that's a chicken you should go buy. I'm just looking at different rarities of the chicken. That's all I'm doing. I do own some ramen chicken, but I'm just telling that's what I was doing. So they're about $1,500 for that's the floor of the ramen chicken. And then also you want to kind of also make sure you look at the level of perfection on that particular thing. Okay, so that's the ramen chickens. All right, Metakrew. If you have not
Metakrew.
Metakrew, the Meta keys. So if you have not minted, if you have the Meta keys, make sure you've gone on to Metakrew, and have minted your avatars that you're entitled to. So I think I minted mine yesterday. I've been trying, and I think you have like 2 weeks to mint. So don't just go over here and just mint, just to mint. You can if you see that the gas fee is like crazy, crazy high, then you can definitely wait because I waited. I was like, I'm not paying that at the beginning. But yesterday, I think I got them for what, two something for the ones that I had to mint. I think I minted like five of them for two something. So it wasn't bad. It was about $40, $50 a piece. Okay. All right. So be on the lookout of that. Here's Jessica.
Oh, the Artifact Studio. Yeah, this is another article, real good article that they did share and going over some updates, or at least letting you know their vision. They talk about here how a lot of companies or people are approaching them that they know can go to Gucci and Nike, and they're actually approaching Artifact because of the the foundation they're setting for the digital space. They're planning on being the number one lead in that. They're also going to have some news tomorrow on the upcoming drop that's happening. I believe it's the 27th or 28th for the pre-sale for the art for the Clone X project. And as you can see here, as we've stated before, they are going to be the number one digital, if not already, the number one digital fashion platform that's out there, especially with the avatars. Those are just the beginning. They plan on you being able to make money, being an influencer with your avatars and 3D, and just like you see us now. You could be with your avatar visually seeing us, and you wouldn't see us anymore. You're able to, have your own universal portfolios. And if you guys don't know, a lot of stuff is moving to the universal portfolios, you showing your value, bored apes, why you think people are buying those items like bored apes, using them on their Twitter pages. And so the value of a lot of things that are happening with Artifact, how they're planning on you being able to forge your items in their universe, and actually wear those physical items as we've spoken about before, is game changing. And so this is a really good article if you're trying to find out some more information about what they have planned or their vision into the company, and where they do see their self going. This would be really good for you to read, because there's a lot of people behind the scenes that Artifacts has hands with, it has ties with, are partnered with, or are doing stuff behind the scenes that you may not know about. But because we do a lot of research in it, we know it's going to be a game changer. It's especially in the fashion industry. You're talking about billions of trillions of dollars by 2030. So this company will be there to lead the way for the fashion and digital.
Yep. They are making some big moves, and we will normally talk about like artifacts like forever, but we're not going to keep talking about. We will keep talking about artifact, but we won't keep that as a whole show today for you all. But definitely continue to to try to go on and get some information. Like Jessica was saying, I think it's important to stay up to par as far as what's going on with those particular the particular things that they have going. Okay. Okay. And then next, remember the coming up Blankos. Blankos is going to be having another drop on the 24th. So going to be real important, as far as on the 24th that you're participating. If you want to participate, we will probably be participating if we can get one. I think Jessica, we were talking about this. Was it yesterday? Even as far as the different times that they're allowing things to go. It's only like a certain amount of time.
It's almost like a Nifty Gateway drop, opening it up for a 10-minute time span, allowing you also to have an opportunity of buying one and not just them instantly selling out. So that's really cool. And there are a couple of different Blancos, like she's going to show you, that were going to be for the Marathon clothing brand that is coming out, or not coming out, that's been out. And so, of course, we know that is connected to the Nipsey Hussle brand. That is his brand specifically. So there are a lot of different items that you can come over here and purchase. Some of them, as you can see, will have a count, so it is not timed. So, depending on how you have it, you may want to start somewhere with with the items that are limited. 10 minutes is not a long time.
It's not a long time.
Yeah. By the time you process one, you probably 2 minutes in, and you got two sets of Blankos you want to get. So if those hats will be the first probably to sell out, definitely, and then you can circle back around to those that are timed events.
Yeah, it happens like, yeah. Look, everybody here knows now. You be trying to push the button and it say sold out. Yeah, it's gonna keep doing that. So, Jessica, this is the one article you were trying to give me to show. This one we have on this is the one, right?
Yes, this is the current one that they did drop in their blog in regards to the drop, and so it'll be the most updated with information as far as times and pricing.
All right, good stuff. Okay, so Wednesday. All right. Okay, I know this came up yesterday. Jessica, you want to talk about this one too?
Oh yes, the open sea. So even like yesterday, we do a lot of research and looking at different projects and pricing, keeping an eye on those that we are invested in. And so we're looking at Space Strip, and I seen on there it had a red check mark, and so there you go. I hadn't seen that normally before, but it is a feature that OpenSea, a security feature. OpenSea is allowing to let you know if your wallet ends up being compromised, you're able to set that in your account as a compromised account, and that red check mark will follow that item around like forever. They did say it is supposed to stop the sales, but only on OpenSea. Like if that person did choose to go upload it to another platform like Nifty or another exchange, they can probably still sell that item. But as specific for OpenSea, if you do see items that are marked with that red check mark, that is specifically what it means, that wallet is compromised. Somebody else may have had that wallet. Maybe it was hacked into, and the user is now letting you know that wallet basically has been compromised. Somebody has stolen that. And so as you do see, it will come up as a red check mark with a white exclamation point. And so if you do notice that, make sure when you are going to items, you're checking the history. If you scroll down lower, the buy history, because that's where you would start seeing it right here from 3 months ago. You would actually notice it. Some people will not come in and even look at that. You're just going to come in and do a buy now option and go purchase it. So make sure when you are coming in to buy these items, you're now also looking at the item activity to be able to tell if those items have been compromised or if that wallet that you're purchasing from has been compromised.
And I think it's important, because I think many times we're always looking ahead, but you having an emergency plan and knowing where this section is at on OpenSea is like important in case this ever happened. God, I'm like, Lord, please don't ever let it happen to me. But you never know. So I think but being ahead of the curve and at least knowing which area to go to, and so that's what we're trying to share with you as far as like, 'cause there are a lot of hacks going on, especially whether it's in the Discord. If some people are trying to get hacked there, some people just rather your wallet has been compromised. Knowing where this section is at in OpenSea is going to be like, it can literally change some things for you. Because I know many times if you have been hacked, many times you'll try to send everything off as fast as possible. But sometimes it's just too doggone hard, because especially if they've wiped your ETH out, you have no gas in order to transfer that particular item off. But at least being able to come into the help center and find this area as far as, being able to mark your account as being compromised, it could possibly save you some time as far as trying to have to move all of those things out if you can't move all those things out fast enough. Okay, so again, know where this area is at. Have a plan of emergency just in case. Another tip, as far as I think we've talked about it before too, even some of our classes, is trying to have an additional backup wallet to where maybe that wallet has a little bit of ETH. It could be like, I don't care if you're going to put a couple $100s of ETH on that particular wallet in case you are hacked or something. You may have enough gas money to be able to switch some of that gas over to that wallet really quick and transfer those things out. But have an emergency wallet just in case something like that happens.
Yeah, and even at that security part, if you do get hacked, try to set us in the items off immediately. Also, try to send the ETH off immediately, because without the ETH, they cannot take it from you. They can always send ETH into you, and also take that security away. But if you also have ETH in there, they'll continue to be able to take those items. So sometimes there are steps to follow, quicker and faster than just trying to take one item at a time. If you have a wallet with about $4,000 on it with that with all those items in it, they're just going to keep removing it versus take the ETH off, and it's just a lot of people, even the Penelope guy we watched, they'll end up sending the money in there almost instantly, trying to be able to reverse it right back out to you. So they'll also deposit money to be able to remove those items. But there are some kind of securities that you can't do, like she's saying, that hopefully be able to slow some of that down also. But yeah, once it's hacked, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Have a backup wallet. Can't say that enough. All right. So share that with you. All right. Nifty Gateway. Micah. I don't know what y'all want me to say. Micah's coming on the 26th. I think a lot of us have been talking about Micah for some time. It's again one of those scenarios as far as when you're going on getting a artist that you're used to seeing. We're used to buying Micah stuff, so we're not sugarcoating it, or it's like, okay, yes, if you want to know, yes, we're buying Micah's art piece. We will be buying that art piece, because again, trying to keep the series going. We will continue to buy the art pieces that Micah drops. Like I said, because it's really good. I think some of his stuff has been really good that he's put out. And so, make sure you're ready for that particular drop, because it will be a limited amount of time. So if I know some of us are going to be out doing things with family and so forth, but at the same time, you're going to try to figure out the time when you're going to be able to just have it on your phone in case you need to buy it from your phone. That's one of the time where I'm be like, Lord, please let me remember my code right now.
That part.
So, but again, pay attention, because Micah's drop is going to be on the 26th. Okay, the 26th on Nifty Gateway. All right. Oh, I'll talk about this real quick. And then for some of you guys who might have bought some of the Treeverse land some time back, I know those have been continuing to go up. The price of those have been going up and down. Remember, you can go on and also mint some of the avatars. That you're. It depends on how many plots of land you have will determine how many of the avatars you can definitely go on and mint. Okay, so another one as far as trying to remember. I'll be trying to remember doggone stuff like, Lord, what did I forget to mint? I know I'm supposed to mint something, and then I'll see something on Twitter, or one of my sisters or my kids will say, well, did you check? I was like, oh, no, I forgot to check on that one. But I caught this one. So make sure if you own some of the Treeverse land or the trees, make sure you go on and mint that particular item. All right, so that's that. And here's Splinterland.
Splinterland as the pre-sale is ending here in 1 day and 9, and a lot of people that you 1 day, look, 9 hours, didn't even say it, but a lot of people that if you do own the Splinterlands, you're able to collect tickets over there. If you were staking, or if you just had land, you were able to accumulate a certain amount for the vouchers. And as you can see here, she has just this time around, it's adding up another voucher, but there's more that have been given in total over the course of, what was it, about 30 or is it 60 days? I'm not sure how long this ran for. 30 days. So yeah, and so you were able, and as you can see, some of the SPS has gone down, but it's been given to you free for you being a landowner. So it's, even if the value has gone down, it's still some value in it. And so currently she's staking that, and you're able to get a voucher to be able to come over and purchase those card packs. This will be ending, so the pre-sale will be over, and then it's going to be opening up to the public. And I believe you do not need a voucher at that point, or I haven't looked specifically. It's correct. We don't have to have a voucher.
Yeah, they're still, all of that. I haven't found any more details on that, but I know this was like, again, for 5 weeks for this pre-sale. And so I think it's important, again, like Jess was saying, if you do have some of this, make sure you've gone on and claim your free Splinterland, because like every day you literally get Splinterland tokens for free. Make sure you've gone on and claimed them. I decided I have been staking mine just to try to get an additional whatever percentage they're going to give me for doing the staking. But on here, if you are going to go on and buy these packs, if you, like I said, no sense of using additional funds. If you have some of the Splinterland tokens, you definitely can use the Splinterland tokens to buy your packs. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. Is I'll either claim some of my Splinterland tokens, and then I'll come over and I'll let this build up if it's 20 or 40 packs, then I'll go back over here, claim my packs at that time. Because one thing I didn't like was that I know you got a bonus if you bought 100 packs at a time. So if you didn't have 100, or if I was close to 100, I still didn't have the opportunity to either add funds to it for this particular pre-drop, so where I could go up to 100 packs. Okay, so that's one of the things I think some people there was a little bit of backlash about that, but I think once these open up to everyone, then you'll be able to come over here and buy these packs if you like to buy some of these packs. I think it's going to be beneficial to own some of those. Okay, so I've definitely have been buying mine. And I've just definitely been using their Splinterland tokens that they've been giving me. So trying to see if those packs are going to make some more money at some point. But again, be on the lookout for this. I know their land We keep talking about Splinterland and their land. It has sold out as of right now. But at the same time, when be on the lookout, put this one on the calendar because again, these were $20 pieces of land. So I know a lot of people always think, well, man, you guys got into some of these things early on. Yeah, we did, but there's a lot of new things that are still coming out that are at these prices. But it takes some time for you to hold those particular NFTs or land, and they can end up being worth a lot of money because again, these were at $20 a pop. And if you go to Atomic Hub and look at some of the Splinterland, the low right now is what, 754, and these have been as high as $800 some dollars for the low. So with the market being down some and with Splinterlands being down a little bit, it's just a matter of time before these things really could potentially take off even more. But it's hard to say you paid $20 and they're now $754 and they're still going up. Okay. So again, make sure you're taking advantage of that. And even as far as some of the packs and stuff that they have on Wax, I don't know if they showed up right. I couldn't get them to show up right. You'll be able to come over and see. And if you want to sell some of your packs, make sure if you are a person who's buying some of these packs, make sure you're going on and making sure you're buying the right packs. So there was the beginners packs. I mean, the first packs edition that they had, and then there's these new packs that are coming out. So be on the lookout as far as if you're buying the packs and the right packs. And I bought something on this doggone thing. I was like, I didn't get the real thing. Somebody had been playing the game, and I bought something they had been playing, but it wasn't like you could really still claim it. So do some research as far as if you're buying some of the items over here on the Wax Atomic Hub, just to make sure that you're good in that aspect. Okay. Just anything I missed on that? Because I know I was talking.
Oh no, that's good.
Yeah. So again, can't wait for some more land to come out on this one. I know they will probably won't be $20, but even for whatever number they're going to be, I think there'll still be a good opportunity as long as this game continues to develop. And I was going to say, I think even one of the articles we were reading just too, even in regards to Sandbox, I think a lot of people take it for granted as far as, when they're looking at the games and all these games that are coming out. But when you look at Sandbox, they've been developing for 4 years. So, and a lot of these new games, you got to be willing, if you're going to get into them, to go through the bumps and bruises with them, because some of them have only been developing maybe a year, maybe not even a year. So you can't just get in and think that they're instantly going to just have this game that everybody's going to be able to play. If that was the case, trust me, Sandbox got enough money. If that was the case, they would have done that. Right. A lot of these games would have done that. I mean, what's your thoughts on that, Jessica?
That's 100% right. And a lot of the opportunity for some of the ones that have been building out is mainly the technology now that allows them the opportunity to do those things. So, and like you said, a lot of them coming in, if they're starting out, it's a beta. It has to go through, some of it has to go through alpha. There's even different stages of, before the pre-launch. And so you definitely have to understand, if you're an early investor, you're going to be rewarded, but it is the time that you usually have to give to it. And if you're thinking about being a flipper, or if it's just, some of these are not going to be the right projects for you, if you're trying to think of it as a quick flip, the long-term, the value comes in the long-term holding of the projects, because you have to just give it the time to be able to do what it's going to do. And a lot of them may be able to come out a little quicker now because of the technology, but you do have to learn, it's time with this. It's the first play to earn blockchain games are all being built out. And now we are having the opportunity to come in and play them, and you're getting rewarded because you're usually coming in and playing the game before it's launching. You're helping them fix all the bugs. And so you're going to be rewarded in a lot of these projects for just taking the time to even play the game. If you can't afford some of this stuff, or some of them are very affordable, at $4, and maybe your biggest hiccup is going to be maybe figuring out how to get the crypto to purchase it. But oh yeah, even the Sand token. Look at that.
I'm like, let's go, Sand.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But
so,
I know, and a lot of people invested in these coins early on, and I think when we think about it, a lot of people think, well, man, I can't buy the land, but you can buy the token. Mm-hmm. And so, the land, obviously, granted, it's $15,000 plus or $10,000 plus for the land. Okay, if you can't get the land, this is another avenue, because as far as people playing the game, they need Sand token for a lot of the game use. It's another way to make money or to get invested in some of these projects, if you can't fully get invested into the land aspect of it. So I don't think people should take it like that. I was looking at this yesterday. It was at 4 something, and I was like, okay, it's up 23% today. Let's what you want to do, Sand? I didn't know you were
keep it chugging.
Yeah.
The launch, and then
yeah,
and like you said, people are gonna have to be coming in to buy the Sand token to play the games, the land that has been monetized. So it's a lot going to be happening for it. And man, it did a good jump right there.
From 78 to, from October to 27th, 70 some cents to $5
moves.
You see this percentages down here. I mean, so again, I think if you don't take it lightly, as far as you know,
Look
again,
at the about a year ago price for them. If they don't know that little highlighted area of zero, and then you'll see the difference or how much gains percent from a year ago if you just held. And like time you're using it to buy the item, and so, but if people actually held the token, sometimes if you're flipping, that's the same thing. It's been a quick flipper, holding on to some of these coins where you really get a lot of the value, but it's some dips you have to go through to say just to hold on. Yeah. So I understand why you don't.
You understand? Because what our lesson, we always talking about, well, man, we should have bought more Axie. Granted, we got an airdrop and stuff from Axie from owning the land, but at the same time, I'm like, I can't let Sandbox do the same thing to me for Axie. Because if you look at Axie, we're was it AXS? I think it's
AXS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they have two. The end game is SLP, but they're Axie at AXS.
So right there, Axie, $135, and had opportunities to buy this for, like, people were saying like buy it forever, and I'm like, oh yeah, I own the land. I never bought the doggone token.
The land was great. The land is great. Mystic land.
Yeah. Mystic. Yep. Look at that crazy percentage in a year's time. So again, don't like I said, whether you can invest in the land or you can't invest in the land. Okay, you missed that part. All right, you missed that particular game. Find another game. Find another place that's doing metaverse and invest in it. And it's, I promise, it is very, very rewarding at the end. So,
and especially since actually the land isn't all released. They are released. So much is released right now. And so if you are interested in different ones, you definitely need to keep eye on stuff. So as we're talking about it, as we put it out there, there's so many projects that, can slip through the crack, because we were part of it at the beginning. And then we're just looking at everything that if you miss a date, you may miss the next land sale, which you can be getting this, closer to $2,000-$3,000 versus the tens of thousands of dollars that it's currently selling for.
Yep. So low right now in Axie, $15,000. This is the cheapest land that's available in Axie. As you go over to where the Mystic lands, the low on those lands, what are they going to be at?
Yeah.
$74,000.
That's a great one.
I don't know what else to say. Okay. So again, these are definitely as far as, we keep talking about land. That's why I'm like, you start. I mean, I think it's many times we think about it like, okay, do I invest in regular land and like real life, or do I invest in like virtual land? I keep saying that. I shared that last week. Like, well, I get that I need to still buy some regular land, some apartments. I get that part, but
do you though? No, I'm just playing. I know it's still reality.
Yes, I do have to buy them. I do need to buy them. It's for tax purposes only.
Yeah. If they figure out something for this land over here, that might change the game.
They figure out this land right here, I'm buying apartments on the virtual land. Don't no tenants call me. Don't nobody need no toilets fixed. Don't no air conditioners go out. I think we bought 2 air conditioners this year on rentals. But it's just a matter of here. It's like, who wants to rent my land? Who needs to have an event? Okay, just send me my whatever token you want to send me. If it's Sandbox, send me some sand. What do you want to send me? Each sand.
Yep. And then developers can even, how they have it, developers can build over your land. You can have your stores itemized on there. People can come to your land, how they're going to have the opportunity. So people don't know all the opportunities that even the Axie land is going to offer for their specific land, for what they create and what others may want to create over that land, that also gives them more money coming down. So it's some steps to that, but like if they don't know how to monetize it, they wouldn't know that. But it's some, you can make some money getting gamers. Like there's a lot of different ways, if you know how to do it, that you can be making money, passive income or some type of income from this getting generated on your property.
I know even in I know not to keep trying to beat the land thing up, but I know some people even in Sandbox, we were telling you about going to the Discord. There are some people even in their Discord chat. They do have areas even in their Discord chat to where you can go on and there's developers who are looking to get their project out, but they don't own land, but they know how to do the developing. So, but knowing your numbers and how it's gonna, it could obviously making the right decision with the right people to partner with is going to be important. But if you have like I said, if you have a great game but knowing your percentages, like I said, to get somebody to rent your land out and they're not making no money, and your partners in that making them the money, it does you no good. I don't need you to hold my land to do nothing.
Yeah.
so
It's the right contract and everything. We might do a 30-day trial on this. Like I might have 30-day trials on my land. Whoever needs 30, be like, I got you for 30 days, and we can see how this goes. And then,
so I got you for 30 days.
yeah.
But it's interesting. But some of the developers, I've heard a couple people that were talking about different numbers. I was like, they can't get my land that cheap. I'm like, I don't even know what I'm gonna have to develop my own land if the developers are trying to only want to give a small percentage. But I said, when you're doing, but you at the same time, not trying to be greedy, because if you can get your land and you can develop your land and make some very good money, like I said, without having to do anything, it's just a matter of them having the land. Hey, it's another rental. It's just a cash flow. Like do that multiple times with multiple people. That's a trade. Literally, that's your trade for the month. That's like you don't have to do anything. Cause I don't talk to Nancy. I was like, you know what? Because you're like, you mom and Miles asked me, you haven't been buying a ton of coins. I was like, well, every NFT I buy is a coin. That's how I literally look at it. It's like, okay, I may not be buying actual coins, which I do. I mean, I still can buy coins, and sometimes I still do buy coins. But when I'm looking at the NFTs, that's a coin for me, and it's a matter of am I in that coin to flip it, or am I in that coin where because it's going to be a long-term play. Or this is something that I just want to have in my portfolio for a long period of time. I do my NFTs the exact same way, and it works out very well that way. Land is always like a long-term play. I will tell you that hint. So, but just I don't know. You got anything else on that with land? I know we could talk about land like all day.
Oh yeah, we keep going and going. No.
So, but one other thing again, so remember on the daily report, if you guys would like to subscribe to our daily report, just go on and get subscribed for that. We'll definitely get those out to you guys. They come out one a day. It's partial what our daily report normally goes out to our private people, but it's not the full report, but it is part of some of the articles and stuff that we definitely put out for that particular group. One other thing we will also be doing coming up next month. We mentioned it to the people that took our training last was it last week? Yeah, last week. We are going to be doing an intensive land training. So if you're not understanding as far as how to buy land, how to find some of your land, how to monetize your land and so forth, sign up for our training. That's going to be coming out December 13th. We'll be putting some information out as far as getting the pricing out to you guys. That'll start being advertised on our Facebook page. So again, December 13th. If you're someone you really, really want to know about land, like I said, if you already know about land, and for you. If you would like to learn about land and how we research our land and so forth, make sure you get signed up for our class. Okay, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, just even add to that, just to, especially when there's so much different land, depending on what you're trying to do with land or what you want to do, there are certain ones you need to start at or be in. So we definitely want to be able to give you that information. There's so many game experiences. There's so many companies also coming out with different virtual land that we also know about. So definitely, if you're thinking about investing, building, any type of anything that you're looking to do in land, there are certain ones that'll be better for you to start off, even if it was as simple as advertising your company in some of these places. So definitely want to give you guys that information in December. Land intensive is really important. Even going into some of the metaverse stuff about this is going to be really exciting. So hopefully we can give you guys a solid foundation on that, looking at some companies that are definitely going to be here to stay and some things that you guys can do for yourself or your business or for your family to be able to make money, monetize this stuff and be on your way, honestly.
I think, and I know for us, we're trying to break things down as we're going along because could we do like a training of like, let's do everything? It's impossible. It's literally like impossible to try to say, okay, we're gonna talk about land games, da 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 da. It would take like the whole month to literally try to give you like all of this in our brain. So our plan is we're trying to break things down so that you can have a better grasp and not just kind of just sugarcoat or just go over and breeze it, but we do go more in depth. And then, we have some other things that are coming up, whether it may be gaming, like I said, our artists, there's a lot, that we still have that we still want to continue to do. So, but again, this December, we're going to be pretty much focusing on land. Because like I said, you've seen some of the numbers that we've shown today. there's money to be made in this land game. I don't care what nobody say. And it's not. I hear people saying, "Oh, it's for the rich. The rich people are only buying the land." No, no, that's not the case. If you buy the right land at the right time, even now, like I said, it's not too late to get invested in some of the newer games. But it's just going to take some time for you to hold those things. We weren't buying these lands for $10,000 or $15,000. No, they were like $100 and $20. Okay, but that's the difference. So don't be getting on that trip where it's just the rich people buying the land. No, it's not. It's really really not.
It's really not.
It's really not, because
they'll come for the land later, but they're not the only ones buying it. They'll come for it though.
They'll come for it.
The best thing about it was understanding it before they realized it, and some of them still trying to figure it out. But we already know, so they'll come for it. You can see that's happening now.
Yeah. See all the big boys coming, you be like, oh, and like I said, I think like when we first even looked at, even when Snoop came out with this thing, we're like, whoa, because it's like everybody's silent. It's like, and I know there's some other people. I've heard there's other people that's not like out there that are developing in the metaverse, but it's silent right now. And so silence does not mean that no one's doing anything. Silence means they're doing it silently right now. To be like, okay, let me go in and gobble all this stuff up from all the people who think that it's really not what it is. I mean, you look at crypto, same thing. It's like all of a sudden, how does FTX get on like the umpire shirt at every major league baseball game?
Matt Damon with a Crypto.com commercial in the movie theaters and everything. I just went to the movies yesterday. I said, it's a Crypto.com commercial in here. Matt Damon. So,
it's so everywhere. The Staples Center.
Yeah,
that Crypto.com. How? But crypto's horrible. NFTs are horrible. They're scams. Everybody's doing, all the big boys are doing all these things and putting everything on the news for everybody to get you into this panic, to get you thinking, well, oh yeah, it is a scam. You really shouldn't invest in that. But them big boys been putting money in this doggone thing for a long time. I am not stupid. I'm like, yeah, when they silent and they putting it on the news, I'm like, okay, I need to be over here buying with them, because that's what they're doing right now. They're just trying to get the everyday people to be scared, to go run and take all your money out. They'll dip the market back down.
They build their portfolio while you over there,
move it back up. You buying at the top again, then they gonna dip it back down again.
Yeah,
I just ride with them. Like,
you gotta ride the wave.
What are we doing today? Do I need to accumulate with y'all?
That's right.
But it's good stuff. Like I said, we're excited. If you can't tell, we definitely do love NFTs. I mean, that's all we talk about all day, literally. It's like, what's next? What's the next greatest thing, that's coming out? And can you get them all? No, you can't. But you don't need to get them all. If you could ever get that, as far as you don't have to get every NFT project out there, you just need to get a couple good NFTs, and it's enough to pay you for the whole year. Literally that simple. 1 or 2 NFTs could literally pay you for the whole year, for everything you need for the whole year. It's salary type money. So again, does everything go that way? No, does not go that way. Everything does not go that way. But at the same time, if you get understanding, learn how to research, I promise you it will definitely be worth it. So again, I know like I said, we could talk about land all day. All right, just another quick reminder, as far as, on our Facebook page, if you have any friends or family, please make sure you've sent them to whatsnfts.com. That's our site as far as being able to come over here and find out new NFT projects, what's going on, in the NFT, what's literally going on. This is where we try to post most of our information. And again, we completely love it. So Jessica, I'll let you end it if you have anything else you want to say.
I'm still in line waiting. The line barely moving. So
I'm lucky I can't. Whoever was 21,000 who put in the chat earlier, they ought to be at the register now. I'm still 21,057 on the screen.
I think he's about 5,000 ahead of me, so he's still probably there.
He's still probably lying too. I guess I can go into the grocery store, get me some turkey and stuff, and get what I need for Thanksgiving, and I still should be able to buy and come on back home, man. So, but just another quick thing, we Thursday, unless we come up, we probably will not be on Thursday. We will be enjoying our family. We're actually, as y'all know, we're sisters. She'll be in Vegas, but we are going to be eating and enjoying our family for that day. And so, like I said, we may do maybe do a recording or something, put something out there, but if you, unless we just like we ain't done our shopping and all that stuff, we might come on, but more than likely we won't be coming on.
Yeah.
So don't want you guys to sitting around waiting for us. Like I said, we like to keep our schedule so that you guys aren't, some of you guys say, well, hey, like we thought you were going to be coming on. Want to give you a heads up that we probably won't be coming on Thursday. Doesn't mean that we won't be coming on any other day, but just wanted to share that with you all. So again,
especially because we'll probably have to come on when Artifact comes out. So there's going to be a gap there. So
we will be on that day.
Yeah,
we will be on that day because when we met them bad boys,
yeah,
I can't wait. I just have to settle down again. But yeah, Artifacts Day, y'all going the world will know that Artifacts has dropped. Because we will be mending them bad boys. On X, here we come. So y'all see us. I'll be like, what happened to their faces? Their faces aren't on. They're like, we're really here.
Yeah,
that's what you say. I'm like, you don't see me on here.
Yeah.
We have a new intro video. We're like, whoa, they got their phone X's.
That's right.
But again, thank you all so much for hopping on with us today. Really, really appreciate that. You guys have a fantastic week with your family. Have a blessed Thanksgiving. We really appreciate you guys and the support you guys have given us. Hopping on and just listen to what we have to say. Again, you guys have a great rest of your week, and we will see you all on Clone X Day.
Yes, have a happy Thanksgiving.